Hello and welcome to the AM Munch. I am Michael.
Are you sure?
That's Amy.
Now that's me. That's right.
It's just
That's
us
who I
today. It's
am.
just me and you, Amy, today.
Just you and me.
Just
Feeling a
you and
little
me.
lonely.
That's
Feeling a little
right. But we're
lonely.
talking about being adaptable to change today. Being adaptable to change. Whoa. Sometimes that could be kind of scary for people, being adaptable to change. Because stuff happens,
It
right?
happens all the time.
All the time. I mean, the definition, let me see what the definition says. Being able to adapt to change means you can easily adjust your actions, your thoughts, your plans when new or unexpected things happen. It is the skill of staying calm, learning new ways to do things, and accepting shifts in your environment instead of getting what? Stuck. Because that's the
Or
challenge, right?
angry, right? Or
Yeah.
frustrated, or, or go into something avoidance,
Yeah,
you
because
know?
you can get stuck in that. I mean, because you can be so
Yeah.
angry and not really accept the change because it's not what you really wanted, but it's because somebody else has control over your current destination.
Right. And do they? So part of that is just because there's a change. Do is it something that I'm going to accept? We talked about embracing change before, which is, you can go back and look at that. But
Right,
adapting to change, the first thing is looking at what is this change?
right.
And does that mean I change jobs? Does this mean it changes my relationship? I mean I don't know. And one
Yeah.
thing that came to me with this is I write a lot. It's one of the things that I do.
Uh-huh.
And years ago I had written an article and I talked about chaos.
Uh-huh.
And I worked for the federal government for 20 years, so I acronym everything. And
Yeah.
so chaos is clarity, holding, and open space. So
Okay.
chaos can be, oh my God, this is happening.
Yeah.
So for me, when like this morning, we're half an hour later than we had planned on
Right.
because you get the background and the computer had, there was an update and now it's like, who am I?
Right.
So for me, and what I do when I have a change, and I warn people, when I have a sudden change, I kind of do a doe and headlights thing.
Uh-huh.
And I need a second. And
Right.
so, and stuff happens. And so what do? I stop. I take a nice deep breath.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, does a decision need to be made now?
Right.
What part of that decision needs to be made now? And
Right.
trusting myself, right? That I will ask the right questions and take the right actions. But if I don't
Yeah.
get calm first, I may go, what? Why are you doing this? Come on,
Right.
Michael, fix that thing. Why is it that?
And that is an emotional response, right? To a real life event. And sometimes when we attach an emotional response to a real life event, we might react wrong. But when we're talking about real life events, being flexible is important because life is flexible.
There's
Life is
more than one
flexible.
way to do pretty much everything.
Pretty much everything. But you got to be ready to accept, those changes. Being adaptable to change just means that you're just flexible to understanding that there is a different way of doing things, and your way may not be the best way.
At
But
that moment.
how do I now adapt myself to be able to accept whatever that change is? And is it hard? Yeah, it's hard sometimes, but sometimes it could be easier if we're adaptable to it, right? And the more that you find yourself being adaptable to changing situations, the easier it actually becomes. So even prior to the meeting, you and I were talking about the different things that happen that make us, prepare us for just being adaptable to it. Hey, we can go without it. We can do it. My head starts for me in my brain, I start thinking, okay, well, if this doesn't happen, then what can I do? And if that
Right.
doesn't happen, then what can I do? So then
Exactly.
I'm like, okay, I'm good because now I got a plan of action that is going to, continue to help me to continue to go forward and not stay stagnant in that really it's like an empty space, I think.
Again,
Yeah.
that clarity holding an open space. Yeah, waiting for,
Right.
if I can be patient, there's another, there's another choice,
Right.
that will still work. And part of that is finding people who, respect that
Right.
and honor you and the process and what needs to get done. I found a quote that I think could be helpful.
Okay.
And one of the things I tell people is that I'm an optimistic critical thinker. So,
Hmm.
like what happened this morning, she's like, okay, well, this isn't working. Okay. So, this quote, being an optimist doesn't mean denying reality or seeing sunshine when it's raining. It's hopefulness and confidence about the future or the success of something. Optimism is searching for the yes in every situation and finding it. Optimists
Hmm.
act. Jurian can't.
Yeah.
Again, like you said, it's like, okay, no, we have to cancel and we can't do this. No, but people are depending on us.
Yeah.
And so, so okay, we don't have that background. We can just say you did get it figured out. But, we could have just said, well, something went weird. We'll figure it out for next week. But right now, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah, and we are actually, we are creatures of being adaptable to change. It's just that we forget that we have been doing it our entire life. And then how do you tap into that? Well, just understanding it is one thing, right? Because so say for example, when we go from season to season, right? In nature, it's cold, it's hot, right? And when it's cold, we put on a coat. When it's hot, right? We take off our coats, right? We're wearing shorts and everything. We're adapting to that weather, and there are animals that adapt to the weather because their coats get bigger.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
and so there are different things that happen in our life that help us to adapt to the different changes that prepare us for the changes that actually happen in our life real time. And so, the biggest thing, I guess, one of the biggest things we want to get out of this, we want you guys to get out of this is that you have the ability to adapt to the changing environment around you, the changing in the nature of the people around you, but also the changes that happen in your life personally, with your family, with your friends, with your job, um, with your age. All right.
Right, and you may
With
not
your
like the change, and that's
yeah,
okay.
and
But
that's
that doesn't
okay.
mean you don't have to, accept it. What comes to my mind is
It's
the
not the
serenity
end of
prayer.
the
No,
world.
well, it may be the end of that world or that
Yeah, oh
relationship.
well, yeah, huh?
So it's like, okay, so now what? So the serenity prayer comes to my mind, Michael.
Okay.
So, right, accepting, what I can change and
Mm-hmm.
changing that, and accepting what I can't,
But it
what I have
can't
no
change.
control over,
That's right.
and handing that over to a higher power, whatever that looks like.
Yeah, yeah. Because change is going to happen. No matter if you want it or not, change is going to happen. No matter if you're ready or not. No matter if
You saw it coming or not?
you saw it coming or not, it's just going to happen. And so being able to adapt to that change is going to make you a more effective, more valuable asset to the people that you work with.
And
Very
I
important.
think part of, it's really important that you understand yourself and people around me who I make decisions with and who have, committed relationships. They know that about me. If something
Yeah,
is going to suddenly happen, I mean, don't not tell me, but
right.
tell me as soon as you can. And no, I may need to check out for a bit. I may need to give myself a timeout depending on what the thing is.
Yeah.
It's because I want to be very careful about how I react.
And I think people are watching us, right? People are watching us to see how we react to certain situations and seeing how adaptable to change we really are too. Because you have people that glean from you, and then you have the people that kind of not really, I don't want to say idolize you, but they look up to you, and so you have to watch yourself, making sure that you are actually being adaptable to change, so that you help someone who is actually watching you and seeing how you react to certain situations so that they can stay strong in their walk as well.
And for me, I want you to be mindful about if somebody is pushing you to take an action
Hmm.
too quickly, unless something's on fire or something's really urgent, most things don't need an action right away.
Hmm.
And that you need to stop it a little bit. And, one of my favorite techniques, and it's the truth, is that let me think about it, let me sleep on it, let me pray about it. This one isn't true, but a lot of people buy this one. Let me talk to my husband about it.
Hmm.
Hmm.
What do you mean this was not true? I caught
Well, I mean, but he's not going to make the decision for
that.
me. You know what I mean? It's like
I
I may
caught that
share
one.
it with him, but
You tried to slide that one
I
in.
know
I
I did.
caught that
Yeah,
one.
you
Yeah.
caught me.
Yeah. Yeah. But it
So
is, and sometimes
taking a deep breath, or maybe going and having a
and you
cup of
got to
tea.
sometimes it's so and it's okay to tell that person too. Hey, you know what? Can you give me a moment to actually really take this in? This is, I mean, it's a shocker to me right now, So can you give me a moment to take it in? That's all. Just that, hey. And all you gotta do is just what? Breathe.
Right. And we've all had people to change our career, assignments. We've had people change the location we were working at, all kinds of different things.
Hmm.
And the bigger the thing, the more important it is to you, the more you might need to take a little bit of time with it.
Right.
Maybe get some professional help with it.
Yep. And that's okay.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
okay.
I do it.
Or
Yeah,
talk to someone. Hey,
that's
someone that
professional
you,
help, right? Somebody
yeah,
outside of myself.
yeah. But someone you trust, someone that you know has
Yeah,
been through a lot of different changes too.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
you can talk to them because they can tell you, and maybe what worked for them may not work for you, but at least it gives you an idea of something that you can do in order to help you process what you're currently challenged with.
I love that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So that's
All
the
right, I'm
message
ready.
today.
Let's bring the change on.
Bring the change on and bring the fight on. Remember, we want you to stay in the fight, right? And come to the conference. Our conference is on November 12th, 13th, and 14th. It's going to be at the Samstown Hotel and Casino, and we'd love to see you there. But please go to our website, www.communityconnectlv.org, or go to the Adopt a Cop website, which is adopt a cop, adopt dash cop dash, wait a minute, adopt dash a dash cop.org. And you can sign up at the events on there, and that's all right too, either way. But we just want to have you there. It doesn't cost that much to actually go to the
Mm-mm,
conference because
not
it's
at
not
all.
about the money, people. It is about us coming together, supporting one another, being able to help each other adapt to the changes that happen in our life every day. But we
Every
want
day.
you to stay in the fight. Don't give up. Stay in the fight. All right. And
Because
whatever you do,
we love you and we want you to have the best life you can.
and whatever you're doing, and wherever you're at, we want you to keep
Keep
on
on
smiling.
smiling.
All right. Take care. I'm Michael. That's Amy. Take care. Have a blessed day. We look forward to talking with you again real soon.